What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Raspy Rides, where we talk about e-bikes and food delivery. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a 3-month owner's review of the Aniioki Aq177 E-bike. And of course, we're going to be doing it while we perform some deliveries. So I bought this bike in the beginning of December, and to my surprise, it showed up about a week later. That is very fast compared to other bikes and other manufacturers. There's probably some warehouse nearby, most likely in the LA area. When the bike arrived and after I assembled it, someone pointed out to me that the tail light was crooked. And after inspecting it some more, I realized it wasn't the tail light. It was actually this rack right here, the rear frame. It is slightly bent. When I tried contacting Aniioki's customer service, they were actually super responsive, which is a nice change from other e-bike manufacturers. They actually sent me 3 pairs of brake pads, a pair of mirrors, and a bike lock. And they even offered to send me a helmet to compensate for this bent rack. But the funny thing is that they said in their email, I could just bend this rack back by hammering it out. I am not gonna hammer this rack or this bike. Come on, that's probably gonna do more damage. But I'm still grateful for what they sent me and their timely responses. Oh, we got an order from Chipotle. Let's get this order. $9.52 for 1.8 miles. Let's start by talking about the tires and tubes. Most e-bike companies send e-bikes with pretty bad tires, pretty thin pieces of rubber, and they usually puncture pretty easy. To my surprise, the tires actually held up okay, but there was something weird with the tube. While I was on a delivery, the valve of the tube actually snapped, and it looked like someone had cut the valve stem. I even had flat out, which is kind of like slime, but 1,000 times better. And there was nothing flat out could do to save the tire or the tube. So I ended up pushing my bike for about 2 miles. And pushing this bike is not easy because of how much it weighs. Hi. Okay, thank you. Look at her. What a beauty. Sitting out there all pretty, looking back at me. I just got a DoorDash order from Panda Express for $8 and 2 miles. It's kind of near the area where I'm going to be dropping off the Grubhub order, so I took it. Got the Chipotle order. Now we're going to go get Panda. For Charles?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be safe.
I'll try. It's windy out there. The wind might blow me over. Yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Okay, now that we have the Panda Express order, we're gonna drop off the Grubhub one first, and then the DoorDash Panda Express one. Let's talk suspension. The bike came with some springs that had these red canisters on them. I don't think they did anything. I think they were just decorative. But the springs themselves, they did absorb a little bit of the bumps and dips, but it was really bouncy. And if you're a normal person just riding around, those springs would have been fine. But if you're doing food delivery with it, and your bike is bouncing around all over the place, you're for sure gonna mess up someone's order. So I actually changed out the suspension for these RFY shocks. They're not amazing, but they definitely work better than the stock ones. As for the front suspension, they're not gonna be mountain bike or Sur-Ron suspension, but they work and I'm happy with them. I've never had a problem with the front suspension. They've never bottomed out on me, so There's no complaints for me there. Check this out. This is our top speed right now with the full charge. The screen says 33 miles per hour. My speedometer on the GPS says 31.5.3. Oh, 32. We just arrived to the Grubhub drop-off, which is the Chipotle order. Let's drop this off real quick so we can get to the other one. I want to double check the address. 4153. 153. Now we're going to Charles B's house. Hold on, Charles. I'm coming. I know you're hungry, but drink some water. I'm on the way. While I wait at this red light, let me show you guys the suspension that I upgraded to. Can you guys see that? Look how beautiful the gold is. It matches the logo too. RFY. I think they're motorcycle suspension. I've seen some people use it with motorcycles and scooters, but they also work with this e-bike. Okay, now let's head back to our zone. Oh, and while I'm off the bike, I can show you that I've upgraded the seat as well. Look at how wide this is. Look at that cushion. The seat that the bike came with is okay if you're just gonna be riding maybe 10 miles or less a day. But when you're doing deliveries, and you're gonna be on here for hours, you're gonna wanna switch the seat. And the beautiful thing about this bike is that it uses a normal seat post. So the options to upgrade your seat is just unlimited. You can put any bike seat on there you want. It might not look as cool as those moped style bikes and their seats, but it feels amazing on your buns. And to add on to that comfort, I should mention that the handlebars are adjustable. That is something I love as well. See, some people, they make these handlebars, they set their handlebars straight up, which is all right, but with me and my T-Rex arms, I had to bring the handlebars a little closer towards me. I actually kind of like the look too. Being able to adjust your seat and your handlebars makes a huge difference in comfort. I can ride on this thing all day. My last video, I did a range test on my X class. I did 77 miles on that thing. And my buns and my shoulders were so achy at the end. But on this bike, I'm way more upright. I'm just overall more comfortable. Another great feature is that we actually have cruise control. You see this plus button right here? You just hold on to it until a little icon pops up on the screen. And all you gotta do is hold the throttle for about 7 seconds and the cruise control will engage. So if your wrists are getting tired, you just engage the cruise control and you just shake it off. Look at that. I'm not using the throttle at all and I'm still riding. That is a game changer for sure. We got a Luna Grill order, $7.75 for 2.8 miles. We'll take that. Luna Grill usually takes forever to pack their food too, but It's okay. I'm gonna work that Prop 22 money. If you guys don't know what Prop 22 is, it is something in California that actually pays drivers from the moment you accept an order to the time you drop it off. So that means while you wait for an order, you actually get paid a certain amount, not including the tip. So that's why I don't really mind waiting anymore. Yeah, for Emily. Okay, thank you. She said it's gonna be 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. It's past 2 to 3 minutes. Can't trust their words, man. Good thing I don't have another order waiting on me. While we wait for this order, let's talk about the heart of this bike, which is a gigantic 60 amp hour battery. Let's pull it out. Look at this bad boy. This thing is heavy. The amount of capacity that is on this bike is just unmatched by any other manufacturer except for Aniioki. I think the only other company that can offer 60 amp hours is the Aniioki, and its direct competitor is probably the Aniioki Juliet. They might even be the same batteries. There's other videos out there that claim this bike can do 100 miles on a throttle only, or 200 miles with pedal assist. But in a separate video, I'm gonna do a range test of just maxing out that throttle the whole time. I guarantee you, it's probably not gonna be 100 miles. I have a feeling it's gonna be more like 70 miles of range, 60, 70, maybe even 80, but we'll see. I do really like that Aniioki gives you a 8 amp charger. Most e-bikes will come with a 3 amp or even a 5 amp, but they provide you an 8 amp. They didn't have to, but they did. And it charges this huge battery up pretty fast. From dead to full is probably around 7.5 hours. Okay, we got Emily's order. Let's get going. It's just fries and some type of rice bowl, so I don't have to worry about it bouncing around. So everyone can agree that the best part of this bike is the battery. Right? The 60 amp hour battery is just amazing. So let's talk about what I think is the worst part about this bike. What I don't like. The bike has pretty bad low end torque. And I'm not talking about the top speed here. I'm just talking about the get up and go. And after looking at the specs of this bike on the Aniioki website, it says that the controller is only 25 amps. 25 amps is nothing for such a heavy bike. You definitely need more to move this. I'm pretty sure if we go up a steep hill, I'm gonna need to pedal, because I don't think it'll make it with such a weak controller. My stock X-Class controller was 33 amps, right? And the bike only weighed 78 pounds. So the get up and go was pretty great. This controller that is on the Aniioki is 25 amps and it weighs 112 pounds. 112 pounds. Think about that. With the competition for e-bikes getting more fierce, this bike definitely needs at least 33 to 35, maybe even 40 amps. I think the Wired Freedom e-bike is a 40 amp controller. knows? Maybe they purposely put such a weak controller so that they can advertise having more range. Because more amperage output would definitely decrease the range. But this battery can handle it. If you have a 60 amp hour battery, you can definitely put a slightly higher amp controller on here. Am I gonna make it? Nope, I'm gonna run it. Okay, we're here with Emily's order. Oh, I think it is a weed shop. Interesting. I have a delivery for Emily. It says hand it to her. Hi, for Emily. Thank you. How's it going? Thank you, guys. I've heard some stories before where delivery drivers will get tipped with weed or some type of edible. I'm not really into that stuff, but I thought that'd be funny if they did. Got another order from Grubhub, Taco Bell. It was about like $8.50 for maybe 2.7 miles. Let's head to that one right now. Oh, one for Ubereats too. No, let's go in the opposite direction. Yeah, so as I was saying, this bike needs more low-end torque. It's just safer. It helps you get ahead of the traffic or helps you merge onto a lane safer. Sometimes you just need that power to get out of the way. And there's been some pretty close calls where I hit the throttle and there will be a lag. So careful planning and strategic maneuvers are definitely needed when riding this bike. Just arrived at Taco Bell and I got a notification that the order is ready. Let's see how accurate that is.
Hi, how are you picking
Oh,
up?
yeah, pick it up for low K.
Okay. Just give me 1 minute, okay?
Okay, thank you. For 3 tacos and 1 nacho, they wanted 12 packets of fire sauce. Jeez. And I drenched their food in hot sauce. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. $3 order from Ubereats for 2 miles. I don't think so. We got 1.3 miles to the drop off. Pretty close. And we have arrived. Let's get this picture. Alright guys, let's wrap this video up. Overall, I'm happy with my purchase. After changing out the seat and the suspension, I can ride on this bike all day and be comfortable while doing it. Let's pass this guy real quick. Yeah, the battery is amazing. The capacity is just unmatched by most other companies, especially since other bikes usually come with 20 amp hours. And on top of that, sometimes you can pay extra for a dual battery setup, but then the most you'll get is probably 30 or 40 amp hours. 60 amp hours is just unheard of. And what makes it even more amazing is that this bike is listed right now for about maybe $1,700. That is a steal for this type of range. This bike might not be able to get from point A to point B the fastest, and it might not be able to go on mountain trails and dirt roads as well as other bikes, but it will go farther than any other bike out there. If you want a bike that will just go and keep going, you look for an Aniioki. That's what this bike is good at. Alright, that's enough for this video. Thanks for watching. Oh, I also have big plans for the future of this bike. I plan on upgrading this bike and making it into a 72 volt monster. So subscribe and stay tuned for that if you are interested in something like that. And leave questions or comments below and I will do my best to get to them. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.